Hello, YouTube. It's your girl, Reflections. Hope you guys are feeling good today. So I decided, since I have like a little break, a little time off, that I would make some more videos and schedule some uploads. Um, because yeah, that's what the whole purpose of the channel was for. I started working and the job is kind of farther than I like. However, yeah, and getting the girls to school and all that, and after school activities, just stuff, life. Anyone that's alive and breathing and doing their best to function, and especially in the U.S., understands how we can all mean well, we can set good intentions, and then all of a sudden months have gone by because we have responsibilities and priorities. But I really want to be able to spend more time with my channel. You know, it's really special to me. It's whether I get views or not is special to me, and it's my outlet. And so, yeah. Anyway, I have my jar. I'm in the privacy of my home now, so maybe the universe will bless me with like a tear-jerking, juicy subject. We gotta get through all of them. But all of them that come out are so appropriate. Ah, nice. Okay. Self-care and skincare. I'm not gonna like just drag this out too long. I know people have their attention spans are not, that long, and I love to talk. But I'll just get straight to the point on this. So, self-care and skincare. I would say that they're like closely related. They're probably siblings, maybe twins. Self-care can encompass skincare. Most definitely it should. For me, I've had to... Okay, so we'll start with just my genetics. Genetically, I come from great genes. You know, my family, probably on both sides, they seem to have nice skin. For the most part, everyone is healthy for the most part. No one's gonna have perfect health, but for the most part, just nothing major. My grandmother did have pancreatic cancer, but that was from a blood transfusion that she had received like 50 years prior, and it just became pancreatic cancer, I guess, from bad blood or something. But anyway, she would complain about like her stomach hurting and things like that, and she would go to the doctor often. She would get her checkups, and she did her exercises, worked in her garden and things like that. But that was her battle. But for the most part, I think there may be like some high blood pressure, high cholesterol, hypertension, that also runs through the family. Also, anemia runs through the family. So I say all that to say it's good to know like your family history. And I know a lot of times people don't like to talk about that. It's like taboo for some reason, which it's weird because um, the more you know, the more knowledge you have, the more educated you are on what you're dealing with, the more you're able to understand it and then do some proactive, preventive practices. That's my thought process. So for me, self-care would be knowing your family history, medical history, as much as you can, and knowing things that you probably can prevent, or lessen the blow of, as you age. And I had did a video on anti-aging, and it kind of like will tie into, because as you know, I'm getting older. I turned 46 this summer, and so, you know, the knees, the joints, the hips, the nerve system, always already dealing with, you know, a sensitive neurological system. Like actually right now I'm off of work because my sciatic nerve is triggered, which I don't know if you know anything about that, but oh my God. I'm better now because my job was really physical, and like I hit my shin the wrong way, and I mean, it just, pain just shot up my whole right side of my body, and I'm just like, so I am actually having to even go back to the drawing board on the things I'm able to do, you know, at a job now. To me, manual labor, physical labor is no longer an option. And I probably should have stopped a long time ago, but it's just like, I'm so strong, I'm so tough, and I like to be active, and I like to be challenged. Like, that's my tomboy side, where I'm like, yeah, let's go, let's get it. But shit, my body's like, shit, sit the fuck down, bitch, because, yeah. Then the premenopausal. So I would say self-care is definitely just self-awareness, knowing your limits, being honest with yourself, transparent with yourself, knowing your boundaries, knowing what you can and cannot do as you get older. And even if you're a young whippersnapper, understanding that you will not be a young whippersnapper forever. Okay, there will come a time where you get up out of bed and your body's gonna be like, you're gonna have to stretch. You're gonna have to do some type of physical activity. You gotta get your blood circulation. All that shit definitely changes. Then premenopause, y'all. Self-care is taking notes, family history, and coming up with a plan and a routine that prevents some things from happening, softens the blow of some things happening. Going to get your checkups, going to the eye doctor, going to the dentist, and then creating a routine that when you feel stressed, or when you feel like you have anxiety, or when your nervous system is just feeling off and triggered, and you feel like just electricity is running through your body, it's like acknowledging that and saying, okay, what do I need to do? I'm not feeling well. And that, you know, and self-care is also saying fuck what people think and their opinions of what you're going through. Because people will look at you and they're like, oh, you're fine. I'm not, though. And that's okay. I'm not saying I won't be fine, but right now at this moment, no. Like my leg, I want to just take it off and throw it to the side. It hurts. Yeah, I'm not bleeding. I'm not bruised. But no, like, it's something hurt. I can explain it. But if you've never experienced it, you will look at me and be like, oh, you're fine. And no, I'm not. Yeah, and it's also like, you know, with the sciatic, it's like kind of delayed. Like, you could do something. You could turn a certain way or try to bend over. You're like, oh, shit. Like, it's nerves, pinched nerve. And so that's just my example of something I'm going through now in real time. But, you know, I had to tell my job that, the nurse there says, oh, I'm fine, but the nurse does not have any dictatorship over me. That's her opinion. She's just looking. She's not inside of me. She doesn't understand. She hasn't experienced it. So if I'm saying no, I hit my shin, No, I didn't slip and fall. No, I don't have a gash. I know I'm not bleeding. No, I didn't bruise. But no, I, 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 I hit my shin. I bent down to give myself comfort because I was like, my shins are already sensitive, which I know. So I try to like be really careful with them anyway. And then in doing that, I turned a funny way and boom. So I gave my, there's lots of times I've hurt myself. I've walked it off. There's times when I've been bleeding. I've walked it off. There's times where I've had bruises. I've walked it off. Self-care is not doing that shit no more. Self-care is saying, nah, we hurt. We gonna sit the fuck down. The manager got an attitude, okay. The supervisor got an attitude, okay. The co-worker's mad, oh, what, because y'all got to work now? Because your mule gone? You know, yeah, everybody will be just fine. And guess what? I'm going to be just fine too. And so self-care is making sure you're going to be just fine and taking the time out you need to heal, get back better, and then also ultimately making decisions to say, hey, I can't do that kind of work anymore. I can't stack pallets no more. I can't drag pallets from one warehouse to another warehouse anymore. I can't do it anymore. I'm physically that I am no longer able to engage. I need an office job, office setting. And a lot of times, you know, people of color, us, we're often put in these labor positions because that's where they really want to keep us, manual labor. It's true. But anyway, not always, but often if there's like any type of warehouse, you will see the demographic of who's in the office versus who's in the warehouse. It is what it is. So skincare, I would say, aligns with self-care. A lot of times people, you know, are often giving me compliments or asking me what I do. But I will also say genetics plays a big role. But I do drink my water. I do take my vitamins. I do watch what I eat. Try to stay away from processed anything, especially sugar. Leave those trans fats alone. Get my walks in, get my sun, get my sunshine. Okay? I know it's some of us out there like, I don't like the sun. I get my sun. I bask. It is, sometimes I can sit in the sun and soak up those sun rays so good that I no longer even have an appetite. Like, I just want to drink some lime water and go get in the tub, and I'm good. I don't require no heavy meal. As a matter of fact, I don't even be wanting one. Maybe eat some, not lettuce, but some spring mix, cucumber. Eat your vegetables. Eat your vegetables. Eat your vegetables raw, if you can. Because when you cook the death out, cook all the nutrients and minerals out of them, you're defeating the purpose. So make sure you're getting nutrients. Don't just eat to get full. Make sure you're getting nutrients. That's all a part of it. It's like I've been working in supply chain for the last 6 years, and I can definitely compare that to the human body. It's all supply chain. Think of it as a chain. You can't do one thing and not do the other. And I'll give you an example. I have an old co-worker, and we used to always talk about these different detoxes. I mean, she will order the stuff, the kit, everything. She have everything going, you know. But then if she go to, and this is no, y'all eat what y'all want to eat. I'm just saying, like, you're counteracting the product that you're spending all this money on. Or even if you're exercising, but you know, the last thing you eat, or you go to, you run out to the gas station to get you some nachos real quick at 10 o'clock at night, and you go home and go to sleep. But then in the morning you stop by Chick-fil-A. For lunch you go to McDonald's. You don't feel like cooking, so you go out to eat then you might say, oh, I was hungry last night, so I just ate me some, I went to the gas station, got nachos real quick, and I had me a soda. So what you get the detox kit for? Like, that's what I'm talking about. And so, no disrespect to nobody, people who do that, but understand spending money on kits and after the kits and sea moss and this and that, because you see it on Instagram, but if you're not like doing the actual internal work, the inside work, that what it really takes, what you are what you eat. It doesn't matter how many kids you buy. So self-care is just, I think it's just the overall total awareness of what you're putting in your body, what you're putting on your body, and how you're treating your body. And also respecting your mind, your mental. Because I feel like that's really where everything starts, in the mind. That's where that discipline comes from. That's where that decision making comes from. That's where you decide, no, I'm not giving into that craving. And that's all self-care. And this kind of ties into my anti-aging. You know, I know a lot of times we want quick fixes. We want to go to Sanabello and get the fat sucked out. We want to go to Colombia and get the teeth and the bud. And we want to go to the shop and get the shots and the this and that. Which all of that is fine if that's what you are into. However, long-term, natural self-care, skincare starts with dedication, discipline, and routine. See y'all next time.